Monster Jam fans, welcome out to Atlanta Motor Speedway here in Atlanta, Georgia, as we are here for Monster Jam's 2022 Week 14. Here at the stadium level, we've got Stadium Championship Series Yellow ready to go, and boy, oh boy, is this going to be a fun one today. The second time Monster Jam is ever here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, and last year there were a whopping 4 shows right here in this venue, and boy, was it a blast. Monster Jam making quite the statement, coming back here instead of going to the stadium in Atlanta, opting to do the Speedway instead. I think this is a really big change in Monster Jam history. It's the first time ever in which a Speedway counts before the World Finals, where the Speedway competition will actually be giving points that will end up leading to the Monster Jam World Finals competition. So it is a really big day in Monster Jam for this to be happening. We've got 2 shows here in this commentary. I cannot wait. It is going to be a lot of fun. Let's see them as they come out onto the track. Intro's obviously a little different here at a Speedway. Nice and iconic intros. They come flying down the concrete. Well, they're not really flying, but they come down the concrete. Wow, they go past each other. How about that? Now, this floor is obviously very big. They really give them a massive floor to work with, which is what makes this track so unique. Why I can't wait to get rolling here today. This is going to be such an awesome event. Last year, I just saw highlights of that show. I actually haven't even watched the full show from Atlanta Motor Speedway last season, so this ought to be a fun time. Let's get right into Monster Jam Racing today. Let's do it, Monster Jam Racing here in round number 1. We've got 2 members of Team Scream Racing going head-to-head. In the far lane, it is Corey Rummel and Megalodon, and in the near lane, it is Jim Kohler in Avenger. Now, obviously, the first chance we're getting to see how this track works. They start very wide. They come together in the middle there. Corey Rummel all over the place. That's definitely not supposed to happen. It's just straight line racing. It's simply the first to cross the line. And your winner is Jim Kohler in Avenger. So it's, I didn't know that it was straight line. I thought they might make a turn, but it's not. It's simply first to reach the middle. Now in the far lane, we've got Barney Moussour, and in the near lane, it's Caleb Blood in Soldier Fortune. Now, it's not easy to shoot these kind of tracks unless you're sitting right in the middle, because you just simply cannot see anything until the last second. So you've got to do whatever you can. Now the 2 are staged. We're ready to go. And it's simply just a battle of who can be the fastest. Is what I love. It really brings an old school vibe to this track. Close over the final jump, but it's Barney Moussour taking home the win, as Caleb Blood could not quite keep up. Barney Moussour off to round number 2 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now in the near lane, it is Craig Champion and El Toro Loco, and in the far lane, we've got Preston Perez. I'm sorry, I apologize. I jumped ahead. It's not Preston Perez. It is Paul Jensen in Jurassic Attack. Now this track is very fun for racing, but it's going to be a freestyle track, that's for sure. That's the case for a lot of speedways. It's the freestyle that's the fun, because you get to really enjoy this floor. Very interesting that they have to go over that big jump. Oh my! Jensen goes into a wheelie. That's not good. That's going to cost him the race, as Craig Champion and El Toro Loco takes it home. You've got to assume the Independents will probably have more of an advantage on this kind of track, because they've done this numerous times. Now in the far lane, you have Mike Christensen and Vendetta taking on Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger. So far, every race that there has been an Independent, the Independent is won. Mike Christensen looking to take down Goliath here, and Tyler Menninga going over the final jump, and it is all Mike Christensen. It looks like he actually had a bye run there. It labels Gravedigger as having raced, but clearly that's incorrect. Gravedigger did not race, so Vendetta moves on to round number 2. So now we go to the second round. And now the task gets a little bit more difficult for the Independents.
From round 1, two-time Freestyle World Finals champion,
Jim Kohler in Avenger is in the yellow lane, which is the near lane, and Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger is in the far lane.
In the gray lane, his opponent from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, your current stadium.
Ryan Anderson, the first time we're seeing him tonight. 4 drivers get automatic bye runs into the second round. Ryan Anderson, one of them.
Once again, this is the 4th time that these two
They're pulling up to the line.
So far, it's been all Son of a Digger. Avenger able to
As John Saponaro just said, Ryan Anderson has won all 4 races between these two this year.
Situation, can he pull off what would be
This is obviously a very different kind of race. It is a straight line race. Jim Kohler should have an advantage here. Ryan Anderson also has a history in mud bogging, so he should be capable of doing this. He takes that very smartly, does not hit it very hard. And over the final jump, it is all Ryan Anderson. My goodness. Played that as if he has done it a million times, and he is very fast so far. He's off to the semifinals. Now the next matchup here, we've got Bari Musauer in the Zombie. He is in the near lane. And in the far lane, we have Camden Murphy in the Bakugan Dragonoid. Camden Murphy is the one that had the bye run into this round. Such a massive speedway. I love that Monster Jam decided to do this year. I think it's really good for the sport. Camden Murphy, a little weird angle off of that ramp. Now he's going to have to correct. And it's not going to happen in time. Bari Musauer and Zombie is off to the semifinals. Now the next race here of round number 2, we have Charlie Pauken and Monster Mutt in the far lane. Mike Christensen and Vendetta's in the near lane. Charlie Pauken's first time taking on this track. Mike Christensen had a bye run in the first round. Charlie Pauken looking fast, and it is a close race. And Vendetta takes it home. Mike Christensen using those independent skills to walk out of here with a victory. And he is off to the semifinals. Now the last matchup of round number 2. We have Craig Champion and El Toro Loco. He is in the near lane. And in the far lane, it is now Preston Perez in Axe.
Also representing Team Scream, Preston Perez in Axe.
Preston Perez would love to snag himself a win. Also got a bye run here. Neither of these drivers have racing wins this year. Preston Perez, in fact, has never won a competition in Monster Jam before. Both of these guys, independents, should feel comfortable on this kind of track. Getting into the final jump, it is dead even, and Preston Perez takes it home. A very close finish, and that sends him off to the semifinals, which is where we go right now. Now it's time for the semifinals in the far lane. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, and in the near lane, Bari Musauer in Zombie. Ryan Anderson looked fast last round doing the same approach. Just kind of hobbling over that ramp, and he is all in control. Bari Musauer also having some truck issues, but Ryan Anderson is flying. He has looked better than anyone has on this track all night long, and that will likely help him out as we get later in the event today.
We are setting up for a David versus Goliath.
So Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger takes it on. The next race here, we've got Preston Perez and Axe taking on Mike Christensen and Vendetta. And boy, oh boy, one of these independents gets to go to the final round here. And a photo finish, wow! Both of them looking great. It's Preston Perez and Axe, though, that takes it home. What a race. Those two were just bad fast. This is going to be a really good final round. Preston Perez would love to get that first Monster Jam Stadium win. And we are here in the final round of racing. Let's take a look at the drivers competing here in this final round of racing. In the near lane, as I just said, hunting that first competition win of the year. The first time he's in the final round all year long. He has looked really good tonight. The independent background has helped him. It's Preston Perez in Axe. And in the far lane, my oh my, he has looked bad fast tonight. He has been faster than anybody in this entire competition. It is Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. Ryan Anderson this season has 8 racing wins. He also has 20 competition wins on the year. So that would be a very special total for him if he can grab it. I'm sorry, he actually has 9 racing wins and 21 total competition wins. I was wrong about that. I've been keeping track all year. I must have missed one somewhere. They are off, and boy, this would be one heck of a win for Preston Perez if he can pull it off. Ryan Anderson looking fast. We go to the final jump, and it is all Ryan Anderson tonight. He is just a man on a mission, and he takes home the racing win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Pretty much not a single question about it from the start. Ryan Anderson was absolutely flying, and that is racing win number 10 this year for him. He also has more competition wins than anybody at the stadium level in Monster Jam. Now we get on to the more fun parts of the competition with this big track, starting us off with skills. Starting off the skills competition, this is Jim Kohler in Avenger. Now this track is so big that we are not really going to have many drivers doing the same thing twice, I'm sure. Jim Kohler in Avenger lining up for his first hit here. Only 3 drivers have won the skills competition on this tour. Ryan Anderson, Tyler Menninga, and Camden Murphy. And Jim Kohler with nothing there on that first hit, unfortunately. Now, Monster Mutt and Gravedigger both don't compete in this competition, so only 10 drivers coming out here in skills. Going for a sky wheelie. And a good second hit there, so his 2 moves are in the books. Avenger with a 4.411.
There you see it up on the big screen.
So there you've got the scores as well.
That is enough for first place right now, and that is your score to beat here in the Great Flip Skills Challenge.
That brings up Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune. Kayla Blood in hunt of her first skills win of the year. She has had plenty of opportunities to drive in this competition over her career in the arenas. Trying for a stop, he can't get much. Now, while we aren't in the stadiums, it is still important to remember this is still the Georgia Clay. The Georgia Clay has been historically known as one of the tackiest substances in monster truck history. And well, on top of that, it is very tough to do some skills moves, especially stoppies. Going for hit number 2, a big sky wheelie there from Soldier Fortune. It's a 6.442, and her run is in the books. She takes the lead there.
6.442.
Might as well just go based on that, because if it's there, no reason for me to tell it to you. Jurassic Attack's next. This is Paul Jensen. And Jensen going for a donut. Now you can do either 2 moves on 2 wheels or 1 donut. And he went for the donut. His run is done. Dug a nice little hole in the ground. It's a 6.555. That's first place for Jurassic Attack. Now the next man up, Camden Murphy, the Bakugan Dragonoid, lining up for a car stack over there. The things we're going to get to see throughout the course of this show. I can't wait because we've got so many different opportunities. Going for a sky wheelie, and that is hit number 1. Didn't get much from it. Too bad, you know, he would have loved to get a really good hit there. And we also, the skills competition competitors for the World Finals has been released, and Camden Murphy will be competing there. in Orlando, Florida for that competition. That ought to be fun. Going on the backside of the racing lane, a great kick there. He does have 2 skills wins this year, and he is dancing that dragon on the front 2 wheels. What a run so far on this second hit. Camden Murphy has been so good. Boy, oh boy, has it been fun to watch. And that is hit number 2, so what a run out of Camden Murphy. That was spectacular. Getting a nice round of applause from the fans here. Score to beat a 6.555 from Jurassic Attack. Waiting for the score from Camden Murphy. And it's a 9.529. Wow! That second hit carried that score a lot, and it puts him in first place right now with still 6 trucks to go in skills. So here's Corey Rummel and Megalodon. Corey Rummel putting it on the front 2 wheels. That is hit number 1 and a nice moonwalk. Now, he's been one of those guys this year that to me has been criminally underscored with a lot of his runs, and most of that becomes an issue because he has come out fairly late in the competitions for being such a great racer. Look at how deep this track goes out there. We're going to have one heck of a freestyle. I am so excited for freestyle on this track. Last year was a lot of fun. The highlights were off the charts. Now he's going to the step up. I would have loved to go to the show this year. Puts it on the front 2 wheels. Stoppy moonwalking it up the ramp. A great first and second hit from Megalodon. So his run overall pretty good. I don't know if it'll be enough to take the lead, but to me that should be second place. That was by far the second best run we've had tonight. Waiting the score, it is second place. It's an 8.159. I'd say that's pretty accurate. I really wouldn't want to give that a different score if I had the chance. So 5 trucks have come and gone. Camden Murphy's still sitting there at the top. Now it's Craig Champion and El Toro Loco, man who loves to do his wheelies. He's also done a lot of stoppies this year, which has been pretty cool to see. He's come a long way, but nothing doing there. It's not... That ramp does not give you enough kick on this Georgia clay that it is really hard to get a good move. We've seen that so far tonight. Going all the way down to the far side of the track. Looks like he's going to go for that jammer or maybe a slap wheelie. You can see all the trucks parked out there in the pits. For the jammer, and can't quite get anything out of it, unfortunately. Looks like he might have lost power in the rear end too, so his run is done. El Toro Loco will settle for third with a 6.724.
A good score, but once again not nearly enough. 6.724. That'll land Craig Champion in third place. Your score to beat still with Bakugan Dragon.
Now Barry Musauer and Zombie. He has had some pretty good skills runs this year, making his way onto the track. Giving a little wave to the fans like he does. Oh, I just saw Kermit's head. Pumping up the fans. And now Barry's ready to go. There are a lot of wheelie opportunities. Barry Musauer, like I said, loves to do those wheelies. Ooh, is he going to go for that big jump? Maybe do a slap wheelie off of the racing lane? Let's see. Gets it into the wheelie, walking it up and over that racing lane and keeping it on. Wow. He just kept on dragging that tail there. Barry Musauer, so good at what he does when it comes to those wheelies. The man is a master. Again, Camden Murphy still sits in the top spot right now. Got a top of 9.5. Not an easy score to beat. It's going all the way down to that jammer. The only problem with this track being so large is it takes a really long time for these 2 hits to get completed, especially if you want to do things on 2 different sides of the track. So there's also some grass on the track. Zombie lining up for hit number 2 and can't get a wheelie out of it. Looks like he might have just, either he hit the gas and nothing happened, or he just forgot to hit the gas when it landed, or just maybe his foot slipped. Unfortunately, that is not going to be a great score for Zombie. Score to beat a 9.529. Hit number 1 for Zombie was great. The second hit, not so much.
The score for Zombie is...
It's a 7.877 for Barry Musauer. That's third place. Right behind Corey Rummel and Megalodon.
Not enough for that top spot. It will continue to belong to Bakugan Dragonoid.
Now Mike Christensen and Vendetta. Now again, this is where some of these independents can really thrive, because they're used to having this amount of room on a track, so we'll see what he can do. Little stoppy. Hit number 1 for Vendetta. A solid one, but not necessarily enough to take the lead. Also, see that front left headlight keeps flickering on and off. I really like that Monster Jam is sprinkling in these Atlanta Motor Speedway events. I really do. I think it's a great thing. Going all the way down to the end of the track. And again, like I said, this is the one problem with this track, is it is just so hard to just get yourself over there to the other side. And he literally is using the 2 exact opposite ends of the track here. Takes up a lot of time. Going for the jammer, and he can't get much from it at all, and that'll be his second hit. So 2 okay hits from Vendetta, awaiting the scores. And the announcer just said, give it up for Preston Perez and Axe. Mike Christensen and Vendetta gets a 4.9. That'll put him in 7th place, a tough break. Not exactly what he wanted to do there. This is Preston Perez and Axe. Coming out second, going for a bicycle, didn't get much out of it. He's tried that a few times this year. Axe looking ahead for hit number 2. Oh, he's going for the step up. Here we go. Oh man, not a single wheelie out of it, but a little wheelie at the end. But that is definitely not what he was looking for there. It is a 6.711 for Axe. I love that logo. When did that logo start becoming a thing? That's pretty cool. I like that. Something different. Now there's one man left. It's Ryan Anderson. He won racing tonight. Now Ryan Anderson this season has 8 skills wins. Gravedigger not competing again. He missed out on racing and skills. Ryan Anderson last year won 1 of the 4 skills competitions at this venue. Going for a bicycle. He's going to have tons of room to run it, and he doesn't get anything. Oh my. Tough break. And again, I gotta wonder there, that's not the Georgia clay, that's the concrete probably, that he didn't get any traction at all. Now time for hit number 2. Let's see what he goes for. Ryan Anderson has it in his sights. There we go on the right side, keeping that bicycle going, getting a little close to the wall out there, and we'll set it down. It is cool to see a different track. It's pretty much the same setup, but you've got so much more on the outside that it really makes for a very unique track, and it's the first time we're seeing a different track here at the stadium level for either of these 2 tours. So the score to beat a 9.529 for Dragonoid. I don't think Ryan Anderson takes a win here. Just simply was not good enough. I'm sure it'll place in the top. Yeah, 9.162, that's where it belongs. A solid run for Ryan Anderson, but your winner is Camden Murphy in the Bakugan Dragonoid, and it still remains that only 3 drivers on this tour have won skills competitions, and it's still between Tyler Menninga, Ryan Anderson, and Camden Murphy. Now we go to freestyle, and it is time for now the most exciting part of this competition today. This is going to be action-packed. Mike Christensen and Vendetta starts us off. This floor is huge. They've got 2 minutes to do whatever they want. I'm sure it is going to be a really eventful freestyle. A lot of room to get air, and a nice leap there from Mike Christensen. Don't be surprised if we see some massive leaps. Last year we saw some of the biggest air of the year right here on this track. Tom Mentz had some absolutely insane hang time. See, I'd love to go back and do all 4 of those shows, but that's simply not going to be possible from last year, and I think that's going to be the way that I do all of the speedways this year, is that I'm just going to show the winning freestyle, the winning skills, maybe just kind of reverting back to my old ways when it comes to those of, you know, posting it, showing it if it's above an 8.5, maybe now these days maybe a 9. Especially when you've got so many to do, to just try and condense it a little bit. Not for this event, but I'm talking in the second half of the year when we get to, you know, Lebanon Valley and Stafford Springs. That should be coming in July. Mike Christensen giving us a nice taste of this track. Pretty much every obstacle was hit in the in the skills portion of the show today. Really wasn't much that wasn't hit. But also, because the track is so big, you really have to make all of your moves count, because you are going to be wasting a lot of time going from move to move and trying to get bigger hits. But a great wheelie there from Vendetta as the lights just shining across the track. Nice air there, too. That is going to be the story of the show today. Hang time, I can tell you that. Pasted in there a little bit, but the truck is still good. Looks like he has a yellow fuel box. I mean, the drive shaft is obviously bright yellow. That's the end of the run for Vendetta. Let's see if we get the scores like we did in skills. I would hope we do. I mean, I can obviously easily pull them up. He's out of the truck. Give it a nice little hand wave to the fans, and he'll get back on in. So we do get the scores at 6.509, and that'll be it for him tonight. We'll see him back in tomorrow's show. I think what I'm going to do for the second show, because racing and skills kind of dragged along, I'm just going to show the semifinals and finals of racing. As Charlie Pauken in Monster Mud is now freestyling. First time we're seeing him since racing. I would love to just show the skills winner as well. So I think that's what I'm going to show again, the scores that are over a 9 in skills. Because it was just a lot of time that just went away there for not as exciting. Freestyle, though, we aren't going to miss a thing, because I'm sure this freestyle track is going to be a blast. Nice slap wheelie out of Monster Mud. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of those tonight. We're also really high up here, too. You can see there are fans down there towards the bottom, but the best place to be when you're filming these shows is up top. I know from first-hand experience at Stafford Springs. Now, Charlie Pauken this year has 3 freestyle wins, so he is in hunt for number 4. Tyler Menninga has the most on this tour at 6. Another great slap wheelie. Like I said, this track is just going to lend itself to that all night long. Flying over that car stack. You know, this is the perfect track for those people that want Monster Jam to bring cars back. Because there are cars. There's a lot of cars, actually. There are plenty of car stacks. There's a bus stack. Oh, he's going for a bicycle. Nice! Walking that puppy deep into the track. And got a little on the sidewalls, too. It really pays to have a big floor like this. This is why I'm really glad they did this. He is turning around and heading for the backflip ramp. And a little over-rotated, but I believe the truck is all right. Yes, it is. He's going to keep on going. Not much time left. And his time is up. You can see the light went red on the video board, and that is it. A really good run, though, for Monster Mutt. That should take the lead. It was a perfect 2 minutes. Textbook freestyle. He had some good air. He had some slap wheelies. He had the bicycle that was awesome. Score to beat's a 6.509 from Vendetta. The score for Charlie Balkin is a 9.543. As is the case most of the time when the first driver to complete a backflip gets scored. It's a very high score. So he gets a whole 3 points over Vendetta. Now it's Jim Kohler and Avenger who comes right out of the box by hitting that jammer. Now he has had more time on tracks like this in his career than anybody in this lineup. A man who has been driving independent shows for a very, very long time. I'm sure we will see. We haven't seen Kohler get some really sick air. Nice wheelie there. During the entire season, he has not really had many of his incredible Jim Kohler leaps. So we will have to wait and see if he does that tonight. This track obviously will provide some really good opportunities for that. Going for that big bus stack that I'm sure will also be used a lot this weekend. Oh, going for the side of the bus stack, cross-threading it up. Again, the possibility to do that's there. His momentum hasn't been really great. But he has some time left. We'll see what he can do. I don't know if there's a mini flip on this track. That's something we'll have to find out. Okay, speak of the devil. Here he goes for the mini flip. There it is. Hits it, and gorgeous, but he gave a little too much gas there on the landing, and Avenger is done. Tough break for Jim Kohler. He was really going hard there. Score to beat is a 9.543. Monster Mutt up there. Jim Kohler doesn't have a freestyle win this year. That shouldn't take the lead for sure. Yeah, 8.402 puts him in second place. Pretty good run from Avenger. That gets him second place at the moment. Now, Jurassic Attack does not compete in this competition, unfortunately. Now, El Toro Loco, Craig Champion finds his way onto the track. Another guy who would love to get his first freestyle win of the year here, and another guy that is used to freestyling on big floors like this in the independent shows. Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind, while yes, they're used to freestyling on big floors, they're not used to freestyling on tracks like this. 9 times out of 10, the independent shows are pretty much just bus stacks and car stacks. They don't have these dirt pods like Monster Jam has. So this is a completely different game, combining the two, independent and Monster Jam together, which I really like. Doing a donut on that freestyle, I'm sorry, on the finish line there. He's just kind of throwing the truck around. Oh, he still doesn't have any power in that back right wheel. That's the problem. You might remember that went out in the in the skills portion of the competition. So he is just trying to nurse that along. Doing a pretty good job, though. I mean, he has been put in a tough spot. Doing another really nice donut. That is I guess the third, you could say, of the run. Oh boy. See, that's the one problem when one of the wheels is not working right, especially the back wheel. When you hit a ramp, it's going to kind of kick you to the side. especially if you hit the gas when you're on the ramp, because it's just going to kind of corkscrew you. Going for another donut. Oh my, a lot of dirt being kicked up there. One of the coolest parts about speedways are the ability to get those nice track-wide donuts where you can just kind of run the donut through the track. Oh boy, a little too close to the backflip ramp there. I think he's calling it quits. Yeah, that's it for El Toro Loco. His run is done. So too bad that he had to deal with a broken truck, but nonetheless, he did what he could. Craig Champion doing a pretty good job. Again, with a broken truck, a 5.665 isn't that bad. Not much you can do. Here is Barry Musauer in Zombie. He's going to do his long wave to the crowd, where he goes from one side of the track to the other. I'd assume. Maybe not. Maybe he figures it's a little too far to go down to the other side of the track. He did it in skills, and he probably was like, man, that was a lot of time I just spent doing that. Now, Barry, I'm really excited to see freestyle here, because he is a guy who loves to use ramps to get big air. He hasn't been able to do it so much this year, so it should be a good one. Barry Musauer, over the course of 2022, has been very successful in this competition. He has 4 freestyle wins, which is second most on the tour. Ryan Anderson won racing, Camden Murphy won skills, so both of those drivers looking for double downs. You can see there are some drivers down there at the end watching the freestyle from the concrete. I have to think that's a little dangerous in the event that a truck loses control. Big air off the step up. Oh no! A weird bounce, and Zombie ends up on its lid. A really disappointing ending there. Monster Mutt still at the top spot, a 9.543. No one's come close, in my opinion, to beating him. Zombie was off to a good start, but a 6.866, just too bad. Can't really do much there. Now Camden Murphy, your skills winner. And Hunt for a double down tonight. Now Camden, if you can believe it, does not have a freestyle win this year. Luck has not been on his side in the freestyle competition. He has won a couple racings. He's won quite a few skills. He's looked good in freestyle, but he has just not had the success. It's been too bad. For that car stack. I would love to see someone just kind of sit on top of the cars so that the fans that want the crushed cars can't complain that they don't have them anymore. Whoa! Big leap! That was probably the biggest air of the night so far. On a track that I thought was going to get so much air, we haven't really seen any. So it'd be nice if Camden Murphy can provide some. He's a guy who loves to go big. What you really need is to see a guy get pretty much through the run and then just have one last hit to go big, and, well, this track's going to allow you to do that. I would also say it's also highly likely that tomorrow's show will be better. Wow! Sent to the center of the track. It's likely tomorrow's show will be a little better. It's freestyle. Oh no, he locked up a planetary in the back right wheel. Tough break. That's the problem when you have to go so big. Oh, he unlocked it. Alright, that'll help him a little bit. So he unlocked the planetary, but he still has no power back there. But it's better to have no power than to not be able to do anything. just to have a dead wheel just holding you to earth. You could still attempt a backflip with that too, and he's going to try, even though the time is up. Oh my, a weird landing on that backflip and a hard hit. Camden Murphy doing whatever he can. That was the best run of the night, but he didn't get to finish the backflip, so I wouldn't give him the lead. Monster run at a 9.543. I would say this should be second for sure. It was a really good run. Maybe in the 9.2, 9.1 area. Alright, it's still a second place, 8.737, which is where he belongs. A good run, though. We'll see if he can come back tomorrow with another good freestyle. Now Preston Perez, axe, ready to roll. You can see Gravedigger waiting in the wings out there. Still waiting for Preston Perez to attempt a backflip this year. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Oh boy. Thankfully that ramp doesn't have a... If that ramp had a, like the backside of a racing lane kind of angle to it, he could have hit that for a front flip. But it was just a little bump in the track, so not any front flippage today. Well, as of now, you never know. Crazier things have happened. Actually, no crazier things have happened. Nothing crazier at Monster Jam has happened than a front flip, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think I'm just going to show the winning skills run, the winning racing run, and then all the freestyle and show too, because, you know, you can pretty much get an idea of what happened. Unless there are some ridiculously high scores and skills for a non-winner, then I'll show it. Just out of the idea of showing the important stuff. Rolls over the bus there, got a little dent on the top of it. I also wonder if they're going to completely replace all the cars and buses on the track for tomorrow's show. I don't think they should replace all of them. There's really no need. Some of them are perfectly intact. Now, we still have plenty of drivers left to freestyle that can completely change that. Like that bus just got its first hit of the night on top of it, so it's got a dent on it. Otherwise, they probably could have kept it for tomorrow. But we'll find out. Having a pretty good run. His run is done, though, as he will do a donut right at the end of the time. And that will conclude Preston Perez's freestyle. Not going to take the lead here tonight in Atlanta. It's a 6.121. I really love that new logo. I don't know how long they've been doing that. They haven't been doing it all year. I can tell you that much because I've seen it. It kind of has a Triple X kind of feel to it. Remember the Triple X truck a long time ago? That's what it reminds me of. Now we have Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune. Caleb Blood has looked really good in freestyle this year. She has one freestyle win. Really, the entire second half of this season, she has looked great. It was good enough to earn her a spot in the Monster Jam World Finals. And she is off. Her time is on the board. 2 minutes for Soldier Fortune. Now, I can guarantee you she has never been on a track like this in her life. A track this big is so rare, especially for a driver that spent most of her career in arenas. The only drivers that have been here last year were Jim Kohler, Ryan Anderson, Barry Musauer, and Corey Rummel. So the other 8 drivers on this tour have never been here before. Nice air from Soldier Fortune. Again, we haven't seen much super air this weekend. We do have plenty of time left, though. We've got the rest of tonight and all of tomorrow's freestyle. Looks like they're purposely avoiding that grass patch out there. Oh my, a wicked bounce after that jump, and it puts her into a crazy wheelie. Wow. That bounce cost Barney Musau's run. Oh my, she might have just lost her entire transmission. Yep, she has lost all shifting abilities in that truck. It sounds like. Yeah. She landed that so hard that it just knocked out any ability to go forward. Unfortunately, got stuck in neutral there. Soldier of Fortune with a 7.704. That's fourth place. So Monster Mutt still sitting pretty up there at the top. Now Corey Rummel coming out hard over the cars. He is underway. He's going really fast. Now Corey Rummel in 2022 has one freestyle win. In fact, it's his only competition win of 2022. A guy who in the past has won numerous over the course of a year. Still doesn't have a racing win this year. I said it early on in the season, I thought he was going to win a few, and he's made it to the final round a lot, but still just hasn't gotten that win. Now, he was here last year and also an independent, so I'd have to assume that he has an advantage on this track over most of the drivers here. So don't be surprised if Corey Rummel comes out swinging. He is looking really good. He is getting a lot more speed than anyone else. That's for sure, and he is taking advantage. I'd love to see someone cross-thread that step-up down there because they've got all the room in the world to do so. Corey Rummel flying! Just going foot to the floor here in Atlanta. Now this is the momentum you want to see in a freestyle. This has been a great start to the run. Keep this up and Corey should have a win. Flying using that bus that time. You gotta love that. And again, comboing it up. Oh, there's a backflip over here. I thought there was two backflips on this track, but I couldn't find the other one, and I just found it now, and it's right there in front of us. He is going for that backflip, though. No one's hit the one on this side. It looks like he got a little crooked one going for it. There's 30 seconds left in the run. Hit it, and that was a... Oh, a backflip to moonwalk! Corey Rummel keeping it in reverse! Oh, wow! That was not expected! Corey Rummel taking a rabbit out of the hat! That is an exclamation point here. Wow! And flying there off of that jump towards the end of the run, comboing it up. His time is up. The rest is for the fans. Corey Rummel with a statement of a freestyle out here. A beautiful backflip to moonwalk. Megalodon, what a run! A 9.543 for Monster Mutt. That should be taken down. Megalodon by far has the best run of the night. And indeed he does take the lead, a 9.688. Deservingly so. Megalodon finds himself at the top of the pack. Not many trucks to go as we narrow down the field to just two. We have Gravedigger and Son of a Digger to go. You can see Tyler right there giving a little lap. The first time that these fans here in Atlanta Motor Speedway are getting to see this truck compete tonight after he didn't compete in racing or skills. Giving a little wave. Well, actually, he's not waving at all. Now he is. He's trying to hype up the fans, getting them loud before his run, before Gravedigger will tackle this track. Tyler Menninga was not here last year. Adam Anderson drove the Gravedigger truck here in this event. Now, Tyler Menninga, this is the perfect track for him. He loves to air it out. He loves to get big air and fly across the track. This is the opportunity for him to do that. Both he and Ryan Anderson should feel right at home. Between the two of them and Corey Rummel, those three guys should be the most likely to win both of these freestyles this weekend. Corey Rummel showed that in his run. Tyler Menninga off to a good start. He had that huge leap over the bus, and now he just keeps on going. The one thing is you can easily find yourself kind of hunting for an obstacle to hit, because if you go too far out, and you miss a ramp that you wanted to hit, you kind of have to search for a little while. Like after that first move, there was a good 8 to 10 seconds before he hit something else, which is why there are much less hits in the run. But you can see Tyler Menning is loving having a big floor to play on. He is going full speed. And you've really got to be careful if you're Tyler Menninga, because you can get so much speed built up to a ramp you don't realize how fast you're going, and then you hit it and suddenly you're in orbit, and then wondering why you're so high up in the air. Wow! Flying over the bus. He saw Corey Rummel's run and said, hey, I'm not going to let that stand. He is just going full throttle. It feels like I'm watching Dennis Anderson freestyle right now. The speed he is carrying to pretty much every hit has just been really great. Oh, and he's going to combo that thing up into a stoppie, moonwalking it now on the top of that pod. Changing things up the first time anyone's done that tonight. Lining up for the backflip now. Still nobody's hit the backflip on the gray side. Lands it, trying to get the moonwalk, but couldn't quite. Oh no, I think his transmission just gave out. Yeah, he's not going forward. That is not good. Tyler Menning is not going to be able to finish the run here, as he can't quite shift it into drive. That truck took a lot of hard hits, and unfortunately its run will come to a close here in Atlanta. I'd say if he fills the clock, there's a chance he takes the lead, but there's no way he takes the lead after that. A really good run, but Megalodon with a 9.688 has a tough score to beat. And Gravedigger finishes in third with a 9.465, and I gotta say that's pretty fair. Not quite enough though. And now there's one. Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, the last man to freestyle tonight. We'll see if he can take advantage of this huge floor and get some big air. I'm fully anticipating that he does. This track is designed for Ryan Anderson, that's for sure. Corey Rummel has to be a little anxious watching this run in the distance. That's Corey Rummel in hunt of freestyle win number 2. Ryan Anderson in hunt of number 5. As I mentioned, Ryan Anderson entering this competition now with 22 competition wins on the year. It has been a phenomenal year for Ryan Anderson. It has been all Ryan Anderson all year long. Certainly the momentum is there off the bat. Oh, the engine is backfiring every time he hits something. That's not good. Pretty much every ramp when he hits it. Yeah, you just keep hearing that backfire. That is not good. Shades of Justin Sipes at the 2018 World Finals. Beautiful execution there. He knew he was going to go for a slat wheelie on that, and he just nailed it. I must say, though, the air has not been there. He is just kind of hitting everything, which isn't a bad thing, but you've got to believe at some point he's going to air this truck out. And maybe he'll even hit the gray backflip over here. That would be nice. Doesn't sound like it's backfiring anymore, but this is also the first time he's gotten close since he went to the other side of the track. Nope, still backfiring. And he's going to go for that backflip too, so no one hitting the gray backflip tonight. The truck backfired in the air, and he manages to land it. You know, he wanted to go for the moonwalk because, well, he was in reverse when he landed but couldn't get it. He's going to really need to turn it on these last few seconds if he wants to win tonight. It's been a really good run, but I don't know if this is enough. He's throwing the truck around, but typical Ryan Anderson fashion may not be good enough. A good leap there. A beautiful slat wheelie drag in the tail, the time is up. And Ryan Anderson's going to just put that thing on the sidewalls. Can he save it? Yes, but it's after the time. So that doesn't count for the scores. That was just for the fans. A great run from Ryan Anderson, but I've got to say, Megalodon is probably going to take this one home. It's a 9.688. If it were me, Ryan Anderson doesn't deserve this win. It was close, and it's going to be a really close score, I guarantee you. My guess is Ryan Anderson wins because of the fan judging, but I don't think that was the best run. The scores coming in. Let's see. Oh, he does get second. 9.604. A very fair score. I've got to say, that is a very accurate score. You got to love that. So Corey Rummel with win number 2 on the year in freestyle. What a night for him. I'm sure he is thrilled about that. We will set ourselves up for our second show right now. Again, it's just going to be the final round of racing, skills, and then the skills winner, and then freestyle. So we're going to hop right into that right now. So here we are in the final round of racing on Sunday evening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Stadium Championship Series Yellow. We have a fantastic battle between two drivers that are bad, fast in this racing competition. We look ahead as Corey Rummel pulls up to the line in the near lane, hunting racing win number 1 of the year. Ryan Anderson in the far lane is hunting racing win number 11 on the year. They are off, and Corey Rummel didn't even start. I mean, Corey Rummel didn't even get, I don't know if he missed the light or if there was a problem with the Pro Tree. Ryan Anderson takes an easy win. I think Corey Rummel's going to go restage. He's not going to take that. And they're going to give it to Ryan Anderson when Corey Rummel didn't even attempt the track.
Rerun it.
They've got to rerun that race. That is not fair for Ryan Anderson to win. I mean, that is completely unfair if Ryan Anderson wins. Oh, please, come on. That is not okay. That is really unfortunate. There was clearly a problem with Corey Rummel's starting tree, and I'm sure he is very mad.
I think he had a gas.
Yeah, so Corey Rummel is not going to get to race. That's a shame. So we're now just going to show the skills winning run, as that is the only run that was really great. So let's get rolling with that. Your winner here in skills coming up. Fortunately for us, Ryan Anderson went back-to-back here in the skills competition after winning racing, so he will have a chance to go for a triple down. He got a 9.450 in skills. Let's see what he did to earn that winning run. Going for a bicycle. Oh my, walking that thing over the track. Can he save it? Oh yeah! Ryan Anderson on one wheel for a moment, just gassing that thing out. My oh my, that man knows what he's doing in the truck. He's got one hit to go. Well, that's one reason why he won. Seems at least like it was deserved. He's got one move to go. On the right sidewalls, and it'll set it down, so that is the end of that run. A very good second hit, and Ryan Anderson takes it home with a 9.450. Let's get into freestyle. Paul Jensen, Jurassic Attack starts us off here in freestyle. We've also got a different angle today because we've got a different video. Oh my, the roof is falling off. Paul Jensen and Jurassic Attack didn't get to freestyle last night, so you know he is hoping to put down a good run here. He's had truck problems all year. He's in a new chassis, and the chassis is just not cooperated with him. I hope someone hits that gray backflip tonight. Getting a nice fan shot there to show how many people there are. It is really hard. It must be really difficult to record in these circumstances. Not only do you have to be sitting so high up, and not only is the track so large, but what I've noticed at Speedway shows is oftentimes the sun is right in your face and you cannot see your phone when you're recording. So that is another problem that Wayne could possibly be dealing with. Nice sky wheelie. Launched it off the backside of the racing lane. Heading around to the far side of the track, going for the jammer. Oh boy, twisting it a little bit on the wheelie, but still going. And hitting the step up two, getting big air. It's a pretty good run to start off the night. He's going to pull it right in front of the fans and call it quits. As a 7.319 is the score for Jurassic Attack. Now, Craig Champion in El Toro Loco, he rolled in the skills competition, so he is missing some of his body, pretty much all of his body. Flying over that racing lane. Now, there are only two drivers on this tour that have not attempted a backflip this year. It's Craig Champion and Preston Perez. I really hope both of them get to attempt one by the end of this year. Also looks like they kept the bus in there from last night, which, like I said, it wouldn't make sense to get rid of it. I actually think they kept everything from last night. Such a fun track. I really love the way this track is designed. Launching it over the center of the track. Whoa! Comboing it in. And a little save, too, for El Toro Loco. Didn't even touch the body. That was a very good move. El Toro Loco, even though he's coming out second, having a very good run. So what I really want to see is someone not only do a cross thread of the step up, but to cross thread that ramp next to the backflip and jump over the backflip. Whoa! Monstrous air again. Craig Champion is really utilizing this track to get big air. And his time is up. Everything else just for the fans. Just giving him one final move here. Comboing it up on top of the pod, and that'll do it. Well, he's still going. He's not going to quit. Good for Craig Champion. Just going out there and having fun. And that donut will conclude the freestyle. A good run from El Toro Loco. 8.945. That is how you lay down a good freestyle. And there you have it right there. First place for Craig Champion. That brings up Preston Perez here in Axe. Coming out third. Now, thankfully, everyone does get to compete here in freestyle on Sunday, which is nice. Whoa! Sent that. So I think my theory in Show 1 is being proven here, that Show 2's freestyle is going to be a lot bigger air, as they don't have to worry about fixing the truck overnight. They have a week to fix them. And Axe is just getting big air. I remember at the beginning of the year, Chris Kohler was supposed to be on this tour. This was supposed to be him, but he was unable to compete this season. Couldn't commit to a tour, so Preston Perez in Axe instead. And that was disappointing for a lot of people because, you know, Chris Kohler is seen as a very good driver. He's done a lot of great things in independent shows, and a lot of people were wondering, well, why would we, you know, Preston Perez doesn't have any stadium experience, so why would we do this? And, you know, Preston Perez has shown that he can keep up. I mean, he has looked really good this year, and it has been really fun to watch. Nice slap wheelie. I mean, he has blossomed into a really good driver, and a driver who should consistently be getting seat time not only in Monster Jam, but at the stadium level. Well, yes, he's not going to win the tour. He still is going to go out there and put on a good show, and I think that's really important. You know, as you look towards filling out lineups as the years go along, you don't want to... Well, yes, there are always drivers that are in the lineup that you don't expect to win the tour. You don't like having guys that are thrown in there that you know just aren't going to put on a good show. They're just fillers. Preston Perez is not one of those guys. He's going to go out there and put on a good 2 minutes just like that. Excuse me. And that will get a 7.534. Now it's Vendetta, Mike Christensen. Part of Team Throttle Monster. It's nice to see this tour again. They were the last tour that I had done a show on a little over a month ago on the channel, so it's been a while. After back-to-back commentaries of Stadium Tour Red, it's nice to see this group of guys back out there. Vendetta had a pretty good run in the first show. He had a pretty good show in the first show. We'll see what his freestyle yields here on Sunday. And a nice slap wheelie. Filling up the floor. He's got less than a minute left. I swear the time on this track just flies by because there are so few hits made compared to a regular track. And all of those, there's so much dead time of them just going from hit to hit. It just feels like the run's only like a minute and a half long, but it's a full 2 minutes.
30 seconds left for Vendetta.
Christensen in the final quarter of his run. It's beautiful Vendetta truck. It sounds great. It looks great. One of the most gorgeous trucks you will ever see at a monster truck show, that's for sure. His time is up. Everything just for the fans after this. I think he's going to just pull it up to the front like his teammate Paul Jensen did. No, he's not. He's going to go for one more move. It's nice to see that they're letting him run a little bit past the 2 minutes. A lot of times they just tell him to stop, but I like that they're giving him a little extra. So Vendetta is done. It's a 6.146, and now on the track, flying onto the track. I can't tell who that is. Is that Megalodon? Yeah, it is. That's Corey Rummel and Megalodon, who won freestyle last night, but he's coming out this early, which is confusing to me. That freestyle win last night was number 2 on the year for Corey Rummel. Did the backflip to moonwalk. This track is really great for a backflip to moonwalk because you don't have to worry about really anything. There's so much space. And Corey Rummel has just looked more comfortable on this track than anyone else. Oh, he's been shut off. Hopefully we can get him refired. Yep, he's back and going. And he's a little frustrated too, you can tell. Oh, wow! Taking out that frustration on that jump there. My, oh my. He is not playing around. We haven't had a backflip yet tonight, so I would expect Corey Rummel to probably attempt that. Oh my, look out, flying over the bus stack. And now he is lining up for the backflip, not going for the gray one, he's going for the yellow one. Hit really hard on the backside, almost got the moonwalk again. But I think that's going to be the... Oh, no, it's not. There's smoke coming out of the truck, but he's still going. I thought he might have been dead there, but he's not. You couldn't hear the truck, but he's back and going. He's got a pop tire. Not tons of time left, so let's see what he does with it. He's going to call it quits right there. A good run for Megalodon. It's a 9.669. I'm not sure if that'll be enough to win it tonight, but still a very eventful freestyle nonetheless. So that is indeed, as you see there, taking the win. That brings up Bari Musauer. Zombie time.
They don't manufacture his arm fall too much.
Here he goes. Bari Musauer set up to start off his run. He's underway. Nice leap there. Oh, and he put it into a stoppie. Bari Musauer with a combo and then some big air. Look at that. Like I said in the first show, I'm sure Bari Musauer is going to really take advantage of this track. Loving the chance to just fly high. Whoa! Sent it to the center. Lost the tailgate. Zombie really looking good here in Atlanta. Now, Corey Rummel's score was ridiculously high, but I don't think his run was necessarily the best that we'll see tonight, so I would expect that there's a chance that we see some even more ridiculously high scores to take home the win tonight from someone else. Oh my, he had a lot of speed building up to that. And continuing to just get big air after big air. If he lands a backflip, this is by far the run of the night. I mean, this has been spectacular, and he throws in a slap wheelie too. 22 seconds are left on the clock. Yeah, he wants to go for the backflip here. Here he has it. If he can land this, he should be in a good spot. And he does, so a landed backflip. This has definitely been the best run of the night. And ending it with a fantastic donut. The donut world record holder, Bari Musauer. What a run. Unfortunately, the fans ripped him from a freestyle lead there. It's a 9.333. That is not a good score for that run. I mean, actually, it's not a bad score for the run, but it should be in first, simply put. That was a fantastic run, and that will do it here for him. That brings up Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. Her freestyle underway now. Oh boy, a little crooked there. Or in the words of Mark Schrader, a little cattywampus. Kayla Blood going over the car stack there. You can see all the trucks parked in the pits. This has to be a really cool venue to watch a show. While Whoa! Oh my gosh! Absolutely sent. That's the biggest error of the weekend. Holy cow! I think she broke her rear steer because of it, which would be a real shame. Nope, doesn't look like it. I think she just had it turn that one way. She is going for more big air here. She is just going hit to hit. I really enjoy the flow of this run. This has been really good. Oh my, that is a hard hit for a wild ride. Soldier Fortune will end on her lid. Too bad. That was a really good run to that point, but her scores are obviously not going to be very good. It's a 7.613. Now Jim Kohler in Avenger ready to roll. He has been really good so far this year, but hasn't been able to win a freestyle competition. Big air there. Now, he hasn't done many backflips off the backflip ramp. He has done a lot of... Oh boy, okay, we transitioned very quickly. I think Wayne got himself a snack. Oh, is he going to cross-thread the bus? Oh yeah, he is cross-threading the bus. I love cross-threads. It doesn't happen enough anymore in Monster Jam, so anytime someone does a cross-thread, it just gets me giddy. At least a good cross-thread. There's a difference between, you know, just kind of hitting a ramp on the side. Whoa! Sending a hard hit there. We've had some really big leaps tonight. Jim Kohler just stuck with the green body for this weekend. A little surprising. I thought he might whip out the old car body. I thought that would be a good one for him to use. Looks like Wayne's getting a little caught up in his popcorn. Oh my, massive air again! Wayne is most definitely caught up in his popcorn. Oh my goodness, he is just building up a lot of speed. I think he's going for the mini flip, that's why. Indeed he is, and we await the result of it, and another one that he just doesn't land. That has been a real shame for him this year, as Camden Murphy is up next. So Avenger with an 8.400, and Camden Murphy now looking for his first freestyle win of the year. Is freestyling here in Show 2. Camden Murphy, driver of the Bakugan Dragonoid. He's been driving this truck since 2018? No, 2019. Sorry. 2019 was the first year of this truck. Oh boy, big air. He was driving Pirate's Curse through 2018, then hopped into Dragonoid in 2019 on a stadium tour. That was a great year for him as well. Made it to the World Finals. He was pretty close to winning the World Finals championship that year. It's too bad he didn't fill the clock, or he would have. Has been invited to be in the Monster Jam World Finals this year. He's also going to be in the skills competition this year, which ought to be fun. Huge air. It's been a good run, I must say. This should be good enough to take the lead. Definitely on par with Megalodon's freestyle, if he can land the backflip. And he is going for the backflip as well. No one has hit that gray backflip. They're going to be like, why did we build this? No one's hit it. Huge air on the backflip and broken so hardcore. And he's going to crumple in on himself. A really tough ending there. That probably would have taken the lead had he landed that. It's an 8.934, so maybe not. The fans were not so pleased with that run for some reason, as they will take him off the track. Unfortunately, Camden Murphy will not. Jim Kohler hyping up the fans. Only a couple trucks left to go. We've got Gravedigger, Megalodon is already gone. We have Gravedigger, Son of a Digger, and Monster Mutt still to freestyle. So the last three, saving three elite freestylers. Man, that truck is really loud for some reason. Back in the day, you would know why it's loud, but now it's got no reason to be so loud. Here he goes, Tyler Menninga, ready, setting up for his first hit of the freestyle run, getting his photo op. getting a little rowdy by stomping the bleachers, and Gravedigger's going. 2 minutes are on the clock for Tyler Menninga. Last night he had a spectacular freestyle. Oh, and he's been shut off. And he's back going. So Corey Rummel is in first right now. He has a 9.669 and big air. I must say, as of right now, Zombie is your deserved leader at the moment, but Gravedigger is making a bid to eliminate Megalodon from the top spot. Oh boy, on one side of the truck, get a little crazy there. Oh wow, he's building up a lot of speed and flying over the bus stack. And more big air using the jammer. Tyler Menninga is unloading here. What a run so far. He's going for the backflip on the other side. The first time anyone's attempted it over here tonight. Stuffs it in on the nose, but he lands it. Almost lost it there, but he did not. And now just more big air. This has been a great run. Definitely poised to take the lead. If he can fill the clock, this should be your new leader. Oh, wow! The biggest air of the weekend out of Gravedigger. That was big time. He is really loving this track. My, oh my. He has loved every second of freestyling here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And just throwing it around. That's the end of the run. Far and away the best run of the night right there. No questions asked. And oh my God! More big air. The time is up, so this doesn't count. But Tyler Menninga is just going full bore. What a run. That deserves the lead. I don't care what anyone says. It deserves the lead. It doesn't get it. It's a 9.528, and that is a disgrace. That deserves the lead. The fans don't give it to him. It's too bad. Unfortunately, they didn't get that one right. Megalodon still sits in the top spot. Now Charlie Pauken comes out for his freestyle run. Man, that's a shame. Tyler Menninga just threw down one of the best freestyles of the year and didn't even take the lead. Massive sky wheelie for Monster Mutt. And he's going to combo it right into a slap wheelie, because why not? Charlie Pauken, another guy who loves to go big. He finished in the top last night, which is why he's coming out second to last. Oh, thought we had our first gray backflip of the weekend, but no. Oh boy, getting a little wild there, but still keeping it going. The Mutt is still running. On the right side, walking the bicycle, still going, and sets it down. Charlie Pauken looking really good. He also earned his way to the Monster Jam World Finals. So it'll be nice to see Charlie Pauken back there for the first time since 2018, when he almost won the freestyle competition that year. Finished in second place that year. Is he going for the gray backflip? Yes, finally! The gray backflip being hit. It's a hard landing. And I think he broke the axle, so that is it.
Awesome run.
A good run for Monster Mutt, I must say. That will not take the lead, though. It's a 9.294. And now it is time for your final run of the weekend here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Man, these fans are really loving stomping on these bleachers. Here comes Ryan Anderson. He is set and ready to go. Lining up for hit number 1. Last night his run was great, but not enough to win it. Megalodon sits in the top spot, and I must say it is not a deserved top spot. Both Gravedigger and both Gravedigger and Zombie had better runs, so it'll be nice to see the deserving winner win it, which would be great if Ryan Anderson could take that home. It's never great when you know a driver wins when they didn't really deserve it, so you always hope that the deserving driver wins. It doesn't matter what happens after that, as long as the guy that deserves it wins it, that's all that matters. So if Ryan Anderson could throw down a great freestyle, take it home, that would be very relieving, I'm sure, for everyone here. It's off to a good start. We didn't really see him unleash his full power last night. It was a good run, but he certainly didn't go all out like we're used to seeing Ryan Anderson do. That's a big leap right there. I really want to just see him go full throttle just like that, just hit everything. He also had some trouble last night as the truck just kept backfiring on him. More huge air.
Oh no.
Oh, he's been shut off. Hopefully they can keep him refired. It would be a shame
might be it.
if that's the end of the run. Oh
It
no.
may have just expired.
Exhale, the clock is paused at first.
Oh no, that is it. Unfortunately, son of a digger will not win it tonight. It's a 7.794. So Megalodon does win freestyle here. Unfortunately, not really a deserved freestyle win, but still a big win for Megalodon. And he is going to walk out of here with his 3rd freestyle win of the year. So congratulations to Corey Rummel. Regardless of whether he deserved it or not, that is still a pretty big freestyle win for him.
Yeah, Corey.
He now slots up there towards the top. So that'll do it for the show today and this entire weekend here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your evening. We'll see you all in the next one.